Okay, in today's tutorial we're going to learn some singing exercises that can really revolutionise the way you play the piano. That might seem, on the face of it, a pretty bold claim. How on earth, you might think, can simply singing improve your ability to, literally push the keys on the piano keyboard? But the fact is that it can. If you sing the right kind of material or do the right kind of exercises, it can give you a much more instinctive feel for things like scales and intervals with distances between notes. Yeah? And scales and intervals are the building blocks of all music, yeah? So if you kind of have them deeply sunk in your subconscious, then it makes so many musical processes and so many things you do on the piano much easier. Yeah, for a start, it makes playing by ear easier. So if you've heard a tune and you're trying to pick it out, or if you've had a great idea for a song and you're trying to work it out on the piano keyboard, then this kind of stuff will help you. It'll help your improvisation, yeah, again by giving you a more instinctive grasp of where the notes are and how they sound and what combination of notes will do what particular things. It'll even help you with reading music, yeah? If you have a bit of score like this, then again that instinctive knowledge of scales and intervals and how the notes sound will help you look at it and get a sense of how it sounds even before you take it to the piano. And when you do take it to the piano, it'll make the journey, if you like, of the information from the sheet of paper to your fingers much smoother. Okay, so I've got 3 exercises that I'm going to show you. None of them are particularly challenging, and all of them you can do pretty much anywhere, yeah, whether you're in the shower, on the bus, in a boring meeting, whatever, because you don't even need to sing aloud to do these. You can do it in your head. You might find that at first singing aloud helps, but after a little while you should be able to internalize it. Okay, so exercise number 1 is really simple. If you're a complete beginner to this sort of thing, you might find it handy to start at the piano keyboard. And we're just going to start with a major scale up and down. Okay, so as I say, if you can't instinctively grasp the sound of a major scale, sit down and play one. We're going to start with C major because that's easy. Play it to yourself a few times and then see if you can sing along naming the notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Yeah, do it a few times, get comfortable with it. Then step away from the piano keyboard, okay, and see if you can do it without pressing the notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Yeah, you might find it useful to move your hands. I always do, or often do. Yeah, it seems to help somehow. Yeah, so try doing that over and over again, and at first you'll find it helps if you sing out loud. Okay, so it might be a little bit antisocial at first as you sit there going C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Yeah, but keep going at it and eventually you should find that you can really do it either very, very far under your breath or completely in your head. Yeah. And for a while, if you're new to this kind of thing, just do that. So go out, walk the dog, have a shower, whatever, and just sing to yourself C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If you happen to be out with a dog and you don't know what a note C is, it doesn't matter. Just pick a note and call it C. That's absolutely fine. The next stage is to give the notes numbers rather than names. So instead of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, we're going to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In other words, we're going to be singing not the names of the notes, but the degrees of the scale. Yeah, you'll know, if you know a little bit of music theory, that any scale can be divided into degrees, starting with note 1, or the tonic, and going 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, but we also call 8 number 1 as well, because we're back to the start of another octave. And using the numbers, the degrees of the scale, is useful because you're not tied to a particular key. Okay, it's more about hearing the intervals with distances between the notes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, go out, walk the dog, you know, go canoeing, whatever it is you do, and just sing along up and down the scale in your head. Every now and then, try changing key and see if you can do it without going back to the piano keyboard and finding a new note. So we were in C there, but let's say that we're there, which is an F, of course. Let's try singing a major scale starting on F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Stretching my vocal abilities here, yeah. As you probably worked out, you don't need to be a great singer to do this, and I'm not a great singer, but it will still help you, yeah. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so get that really, really comfortable. Once you're happy with doing it with a major scale, try a different type of scale. Now, minor scales are actually quite hard, so I'm going to park minor scales for now. We'll talk about them another day, that they are actually more difficult to sing than major scales. But another easy scale to sing is the pentatonic. That's the major pentatonic scale, and it uses the first, second, third, fifth, sixth notes of the major scale. And it's a lovely, easy one to sing. It's very, I've talked often about the pentatonic in the past, and it's very easy and natural. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. 1, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's good because you're beginning to sing a little bit of a jump. Okay, two minor third jumps you've got in there. Okay, so again, take the poor dog's going to be pretty tired by now, but take the dog out and sing up and down your pentatonic scale, and again try to start on a different note. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. 1, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and in the end, you should be able to, as I said, begin to sing it under your breath or completely in your head. Yeah, get confident with all that, and that might take a few days or weeks or whatever, and then move on to exercise number 2. Okay, exercise number 2 is where things start to get a little bit more challenging and a little bit more interesting. It also requires quite a lot more concentration than exercise number 1, yeah? So make sure you're in an environment where you don't need to concentrate on anything else while you do this, yeah? So this is not an exercise to do if you are using a chainsaw or driving a minibus full of school children, yeah, because that will not end happily. Make sure you're in a safe environment, yeah? So the next time you have, you know, a 2-hour meeting at work where someone's just going to give a PowerPoint presentation about your brand revamp, this is the time to do that. Just retreat into your head and start doing exercise number 2. All we're going to do, rather than singing the degrees of the scale in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, we're going to jump around between them, and that gives us a much more instinctive feel for intervals, the distances between the notes, okay? Now, in a scale, those are intervals you're playing as well, you know, major and minor seconds, but exercise number 2 gives you a feel for a wider set of intervals, so your major thirds, your minor thirds, your perfect fourths. If you're not sure about the theory of intervals, by the way, I'm not going to dig into it now. Look back in my timeline, there's a whole explanation of intervals in a tutorial back there. For now, we're just going to concentrate on the singing. Now, there's various ways you can do this exercise, and you can design your own ways of doing it at the piano keyboard. The way I do it is to, most often, is just to sing up and down a chord, okay? 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. 1, 4, 6, 1, 6, 4, 1. 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. And, you know, if I ever do a bit that's a little bit iffy, I'll sing that particular interval over and over. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 5, 3, 1, 1, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 1. Okay, and as with exercise number 1, I'll try it in different keys. I'll try it with different chords. Okay, so yeah, as I did back at the start there. 1, 4, 6, 1. 1, 3, 5, 1. And again, do it up and down, change key, all the rest of it. It is, as I say, a little bit more challenging, but it's quite good fun because you can really play around in your head with what you're trying, you know, with the different chords you can create the sounds of. Something you might find helps at this stage is, even if you didn't do this in exercise 1, and you might have done, is to visualize the piano keyboard as you play. Okay, or if you feel really bold, visualize a you know, a staff of music. Okay, that's more challenging. That's a real stretch. We'll talk a bit about that in a second. But you know, visualize a piano keyboard. Another thing you can do to help you, if you're a reasonably experienced pianist, is move your fingers as you sing. Okay, I sing in a choir, and if I get to a difficult bit that I'm trying to sing, often my right hand fingers will start moving, okay, as if I'm playing it on the piano keyboard, and that seems to help. Exercise number 3 isn't actually that much more difficult than exercise number 2, but it just works a different set of musical muscles. What you need to do is think of a melody, and it helps if it's a fairly simple one, yeah? The melody that I'm going to use as an example is When the Saints Go Marching In. Once you've got your melody, step away from the piano, go and have your shower or walk the dog or sit in the bath, whatever it is you do, and sing it to yourself. But instead of singing the words or humming or la-ing, sing each note number as you come across it, each degree of the scale, like this. 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 5, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, and once again, that's helping you build your sense of what degree of the scale is where and how the notes of the scale relate to each other. Now, you can have all kinds of fun with this exercise just in the confines of your head. Do all the stuff we've talked about in the past, like try it in different keys and things like that. But you can also, you know, try improvising on your melody a bit and see if you can work out where the little improvisations go. For example, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 7, 6, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so wherever it happens to take you, make sure you're naming the note as you sing them. Yeah. Another good thing to do is to pick a melody, but don't work it out on the piano to start with. Okay, so say you want to try Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, see if you can just, you know, sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and work out what degrees of the scale you're using. 1, 1, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. You can go to the piano and check it if you want to. Okay. Again, you'll find it helps often if you visualize it on the piano keyboard, or if you're a reasonably capable pianist, move your fingers at the same time. There seems to be this magical link between fingers and brain in people who've played the piano for a long time. The other thing you can begin to do, and this is really getting into rocket science territory, is as you sing, try to visualize the stuff you're singing on a score. Okay, if you read music, try to see your melody, When the Saints Go Marching In, whatever it is, scrolling past you on a manuscript stave. Okay, now that's hard. Don't worry about getting all the rhythms and stuff right to start with, but if you can do that and, you know, kind of master it with 2 or 3 different tunes, that's when you'll find you really start to make the massive difference to your ability to read written music, and also, interesting, your ability to write it, to jot it down, to write down melodies in a hurry. Okay, so that's it. There are our 3 exercises: singing scales, singing up and down chords, and singing melodies. One more quick plug for my Patreon campaign, patreon.com/Bill Hilton. Please do go and have a look at that. And if you're interested in this kind of thing, I will plug my book, as I usually do, How to Really Play the Piano, available as print and digital editions. I'll include a link for that if you go to billspianopages.com/howtoreally. You can find out more about the book there, and it's got tons of stuff on music theory and all kinds of good advice, and lots of stuff, as you can see, written in bold. If in doubt, don't read, play. Good advice. Okay, so there we go. I hope that was useful. A little bit out of the ordinary as tutorials go, but there we go. I will see you in a week or two's time.